What y'all got, Apex?
Want to do the carbon? Or just trim?
Just a trim.
Okay.
So we ready to rinse this? Yep. Just make sure you got fuel in it.
Slide up in that corner.
How much water we got in the tank?
70%.
Hey, look at this. Live. What does this say in at the bottom?
Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by the community guidelines.
I've never seen that before.
We got 6 people in the stream. 2 likes. Thank you guys for coming into the stream.
Apex is in the house. It's late.
Rinsing.
He just ate Popeyes too. I got a couple biscuits from Popeyes. It didn't taste right. It's like baking soda or something. So guys, what we can do in here, we just surface clean, I guess maybe about 20,000 square feet. And we having issues with our water, and we dual feeding, and we still having trouble keeping it up. What I would normally do is run both machines on a Siamese kit to rinse this, which at that point I'm using 15 to 17 gallons per minute of water. Well, that's not going to happen here tonight because we'd just be sitting doing nothing. So what I'm having Colton doing is getting our steel backpack blower ready, and he's going to assist Apex with the water. And what we're doing to conserve on water is using our J-Rod, the tight fan tip, which is probably about a 40 degrees tip. And that's going to put out probably 5 or 6 gallons a minute with our throttle setting there, just to try to conserve water. Again, I would be doing the Siamese kit with an open ball valve, pushing 15 to 17 gallons a minute, and I would rinse this section that we just did in a hurry. But since we struggling with water, we're using this technique with the blower, and it does help out a lot. It's not as good as running a Siamese kit with, rinsing 15 gallons a minute, but we're working with what we got. So it's going to get a little bit noisy when Colton starts up that steel backpack blower. And we got a couple of those actually, and usually we'll blow a parking lot off before we surface clean it, kind of hold back on the rocks to getting thrown. So they come in really handy, and this is another use for a backpack blower when pressure washing. And we're going to see here in a minute how it works. Hopefully it works pretty decent out here. This stuff is pretty thick. So what Apex is doing, we're trying to prevent, there's a crown right here in the concrete, so he's trying to prevent this sludge from rolling back over to an area where we're not wanting to deal with tonight. So we're going to push it over that crown and get it going downhill over into those rocks where it can dry out. So here comes Colton with the blower, and then Colton's going to pretty much stay with Apex. See if we can kind of get a See, right now what they're trying to do is crowd that dirty water into one area where we can push it. Now usually we work high to low, and this is not the high section that we're working on now, but we're trying to prevent it from rolling back over into an area that we're not wanting to have a problem with tonight. We're going to clean this area at some point in the near future, but not tonight. And we don't want that dirty water just sitting there. Customers walking through it in the morning, people driving through it. So that's kind of our thinking. We've done this quite a few times. Also do have a little bit of Dawn dish liquid soap in the buffer tank just to give it some suds to help carry some of this sediment out. Sort of kind of helps suspend it. It helps some. It's not a miracle worker, but adding a little Dawn dish soap in your buffer tank's not going to hurt your pressure washer at all. It's a term we use of upstreaming. And it will help facilitate some of this rinsing. So, Apex, we need to hey, we need to get you and Colton working in the same area. You heard me? Need to get Colton over here and work with you in tandem to help assist. He's just blowing dirty water. So I'm gonna get them to team up here. Hey Colton, see if stay with his water stream. You know, try to stay right on where his water is hitting the surface. That's gonna give y'all the best and fastest results. Guys, I know it's loud and I apologize, but it's the real deal here. That's our little surface cleaner there. 24-inch GP hammerhead. 3 spray tips. So guys, as y'all know, we get paid per square foot on this stuff, so obviously the faster we get it done with good results, the quicker we can move on to the next job or move on to the next section of concrete. This parking lot here contains about 200,000 square feet of concrete, so every bite that we can take out of it, 15, 20,000 square feet each time, is generally what we do. You know, let's call this 20,000 square foot, this section. We'll surface clean it, trim it, and then rinse it, and then move on to the next section. That's money in the bank. Move on to the next section, money in the bank. And do it as you complete it. I see a lot of guys get a little bit of anxiety over taking on some of these bigger jobs, and I get it. It can be intimidating for sure. But just remember, bite sizes, planned your work schedule very carefully. Know where you're going to park your truck, what each worker is going to be responsible to do. If you are blessed enough to have some helpers there with you, that makes life a lot easier. And if you get on a job site and you don't have a plan, then you leaving room for chaos. And so what I usually do, I visit a job site several times before we spray the first drop of water or the first drop of paint as we do in striping. Obviously the first visit is going to be to bid the job, do a walkthrough, estimate, take pictures. The second time I visit the job is once I've already got the approval. Then I'll go, and sometimes that's weeks later. So you bid 15 jobs a week. You need to revisit that job before you show up with your crew once you get the approval. On that second visit, I do a very thorough walkthrough. I'm checking for traffic, when's the best time to do the job, time of day, that sort of thing, where my faucets are, what equipment needs to be on the premises the day of work commencing. We go over that with the crew as well. We develop a plan, and sometimes it's a 3 or 4-way phone call. Sometimes I have the guys meet me out here. We walk through in the daytime because, like tonight, we know we're working at night. So there's a lot more stuff that you can figure out when in daylight hours. And then once you get all that hammered out and have a plan, then you want to execute that plan on a third visit. And that's generally how I've done it for the last 20 years or so. I've been doing this for 31 years, but it kind of took me a few years to kind of learn the system of what works best for us. But on that third visit, when our boots hit the ground, we're ready to go. Because, these guys are making money by the hour. So I'm responsible for paying them by the hour. And we need to have every hour productive for our business to survive. We can't be in a negative all the time, So that plan is planning out each job whenever you can do it is going to be vital to your bottom line and building your margins in to where you can have help there on a job, have proper equipment, insurances, and that sort of thing. I see so much money lost in the mix by not having a plan. That's at the end of the year, that adds up. In addition, if you're working a good plan, you can actually bring your prices slightly down and be a little more competitive. If we didn't have a plan and we come out here, boots hit the ground, and for 2 hours we diddle-daddling around, not knowing where to go, where to start, who needs to do what, that's 2 hours of wasted time. Honestly, guys, I can pressure wash 25,000 square feet in 2 hours. So that's real money going to waste if we don't have that plan. So, there's a saying in the industry, work the plan, don't let the plan work you, that sort of thing. And but it's very true, have that plan. And even if you're working by yourself, having that mental plan is going to be very vital for you, especially working by yourself because of fatigue. You're out here tired. If you're out here an hour longer than what you need to, that's an hour you could have been at home sending off invoices or doing marketing or things of that sort, or getting some rest for the next day. So paying that extra visit on that job site, that second time, once you get the approval, that's going to matter a whole lot as far as the workflow on the job site and the job day. Let's see, I know we got a few questions in here. We're going to get to that in a minute. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the Juan from Apex and let him kind of read some of these questions and we'll kind of answer them. And guys, if y'all hadn't subscribed to Apex Pressure Washing, go check him out here on YouTube. He's got a lot of great videos as well. Apex. I'm going to take that from you for a minute.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got a few questions here. Show our work, Yep.
Jose Diaz says, hey, Bill, any upcoming training sessions?
Yeah, I'm going to switch to a ball valve for a minute.
Okay.
So, on our parking lot striping, once you go through the parking lot striping course, if you need some hands-on striping, you'll find my number on our website. Once you go through and contact me, we can figure out a day whenever we come out and, work with us. Even on the pressure washing, we might could do something, but you just have to contact me through my phone number on my website, BillyDavidsonVIP.com, and we'll get something figured out for you.
Ernesto Lopez says, what are you guys doing?
Well, tell them what we're doing. We're cleaning.
All right.
We got about 20,000 square feet of concrete we're cleaning.
So we're rinsing off some concrete that we just surface cleaned, as you can see.
A mark out here. Where are we at on our rinsing?
at this seam. We got 3 more panels.
Hey, you want to do some, man?
Yeah.
You might can hold it and read them too a little bit.
Okay, take this one. I can't.
Okay.
All right, guys. So yeah, James Bass, hadn't seen you in a long time, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. He just got home from doing 3 Home Depots.
Oh my God, I remember those days.
Dude, yeah.
That theaters,
Yeah.
gas stations, dumpster pads, Sonics.
Absolutely, man. You're killing it out there. Way to that's 3 Home Depots, man. That's a lot. Did you do all that in one night? He said, awesome. Rob Farrell, hi, gentlemen. Hope you're doing well. Best wishes from Ireland.
Ireland, oh man, that is amazing. How's the temperature out there in Ireland?
Yeah. Yeah.
Goes from here to there, right?
Yeah, and then we got 2 more to the left to that island tip. So M says, Billy, I'm going to text you tomorrow about parking lot striping. I'm having trouble getting started. Stay warm.
Hey man, absolutely. We can definitely give you a hand on it and get you up and running and get you successful.
Rob Farrell, cold and wet. Yeah, man, it ain't really that cold. And when you've been doing this for so many years, you can kind of figure out how to stay dry when you're doing it. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. We got 19 people in the stream.
Oh, very nice. Let us know we appreciate it, for sure.
We appreciate you guys.
All right, where we up to our team everywhere?
No, we got about 4 feet to go all the way down.
Over here.
Like, from here to the island.
Are you zoomed in? Can you zoom out a little bit?
There we go. I got it from 1 to 0.6.
Zoom it all the way out.
That's as far as it goes
Okay,
out.
gotcha.
Joe says any post-treat?
No, we did pre-treat though.
No, we don't plan on post-treating, but we did pre-treat to kill all the organics
Took 2
twice.
passes.
Wait, do what?
We took 2 passes on it with the surface cleaner.
Yeah, we took 2 passes on it with the surface cleaner, so a post-treat will not be necessary in this instance.
So we good on rinsing up to our point now everywhere?
Yeah.
Alright, you can turn that off now.
What?
Yeah, we can kill it now. Can they hear us okay?
Can you guys hear us okay? Hear what we're saying?
You guys are just loud out here.
Yeah.
That was dirty for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that would make a big difference, huh?
Yeah, night and day difference.
We don't want that where it get ran over. If you want to just stick that over there in the grass. And then that wand is over here somewhere if you want to.
Right there, I'll get it. All right. Let's get our equipment, put it on the truck, because we do not want to get that run over. All right. All right, guys, I'm gonna get this light so y'all can see.
Is it wanting to flow downhill at this point?
Yeah, it all wants to go towards that loading dock.
That'd be perfect. Well, these edges to make a mess, huh?
Yeah.
We still got to surface clean this area. Just trying to thin it out a little bit.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It'll flow down as you surface cleaning though.
Right, right.
Go see how much water we got, and then come let me know if you can.
All right. What's up, Apex? Mr. Mike Jones. We're just surface cleaning, pressure, and rinsing tonight. Okay, we got 70%, 65%. Okay. All right, we're at 65% water.
Okay, perfect. Colton, if you want to grab the surface cleaner, we'll start on these panels, and I'm going to run your pressure up.
All right.
Oh, we got a few people up in there tonight. Boy, it's late.
Yeah, we do. What's up, Night Owls? Thank y'all for tuning into the stream. We're having some fun out here, surface cleaning some concrete, rinsing it off.
So, first line of business, we pressure washers and parking lot stripers. Third is we YouTubers.
That's right.
Just in that order.
Yeah. Let me see. James Bass, I hear you fine. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Mike Jones. Quick question, fellas. I asked Mr. Billy already, but what I want the viewers to learn something. I have a... Let me see. Quick question. I asked Mr. Billy already, but I want the viewers to learn something. Ask away, Mike Jones. We are here to answer your questions.
All right, I'm going to run this pressure up, and then I'm going to come right back.
All right. Oh, you got a lady waiting on you. All right, yeah. James Bass, you got a lady waiting on you. Look, man, I completely understand that. Here, hold up a second. I'm gonna save these damn tips. He's ramping that thing up. Do not want to have to replace these tips tonight. All right, go for it. We don't need this light anymore.
You can back off on a little bit.
All right.
Man, I want some pepperoni pizza tonight.
Some pepperoni pizza. That does sound
Yeah,
good.
with extra cheese, maybe a few pineapple sprinkles on it.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I almost forgot. Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas in to the week from now. I done lost track.
Yeah, it ain't too far off. It's coming up quick. This year has flown by.
So today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So a week from now will be Christmas Eve. And
Yeah.
Wednesday, a week from now, will be Christmas Day.
Right, today's the 17th.
What'd you get for Christmas?
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking about it, man.
Treat yourself to something.
I might get myself a nice tripod so I can make some better videos.
I wouldn't mind a Lamborghini.
A Lamborghini. You've been a really good boy this year, huh?
Well, I wouldn't say that much, but yeah, I mean, you know, Santa wants to drop off a candy apple red Lamborghini or a Lamborghini the color of my jacket.
Yeah, that's pretty specific.
I would do that.
Yeah.
You know, Santa, if you're listening, by the way, hint, hint. Billy Davidson would like a Lamborghini that color.
Oh yeah, the safety yellow.
I probably wouldn't even drive it. I'll probably just put it in the garage and clean it and look at it, you know.
Oh man.
Sit in it and make the vroom vroom noises.
Yeah, microfiber only, huh?
What's that mean, microfiber?
So you don't scratch that paint on that
Oh, I don't know.
on that thing.
Do it with my socks if I got to.
Yeah.
Back up a little bit.
So Mike Jones, not including shingle roofs and oil stains, what get you better results, chemical and cold water or no chemical and hot water?
Oh yeah, I remember him asking that on a comment. Chemical and cold water would be better than hot water and no chemical.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Hot water's nice, but chemicals with cold water is better than hot water alone. We've tried that many times on restaurant cleaning.
Right, and another thing with that is, see, what the chemical can give you is dwell time. You can let it get that dwell time, it's working that whole time.
Oh my God, you know, I might ask these guys, they might know. Do you have a picture of that chemical on your phone?
I do.
Guys, we run across this chemical, and I've never seen it before. Maybe y'all can tell me. Step over here, Apex. This stuff was amazing. I Googled it and found it online. Read that. That's
Ecolab Grease Strip Plus. High performance clinging gel degreaser for removal of baked on grease. Yep.
So guys, this came in a spray bottle, like a Windex size spray bottle. I don't know, maybe 16 ounces. I found it on Google for $30 or $40 for that spray bottle. Obviously, that's not doable. But let me tell you what we did. We poured that out a little bit. Just poured out, splashed it on some grease on a concrete. And it turned it completely beautiful, pristine white. Without pressure washing, just rinsing with a water hose. And I don't know what's in it. The only thing I can think of, it's sodium hydroxide is the only thing that makes sense. Maybe y'all would know. We tried to look up some of the data on it. It's not a lot found on its proprietary blend, etc., etc. So whatever company's making that, they're not letting the chemical makeup out there, obviously. But we poured that in a dumpster pad where they had some cooking grease that we threw everything at it we knew. Hot water, 250 degrees, one restore, muriatic acid, degreasers, everything. And we've made a slight difference on it. When we splashed this chemical out that bottle, we just unscrewed the top like you would do Windex bottle and just throwed it on there. 15 minutes later, I hit it with the water hose. It was snow white where it had splashed. Now, on Google, this is, like I said, they're about $30 a bottle. I'd like to find it in 5-gallon buckets or either find out what's in it and make it myself. So if any of y'all know what that chemical is, please drop it in the comments. I would be forever grateful. Maybe somebody may know, Apex.
And I'll show you guys one more time. So it's Ecolab Grease Strip Plus, high performance cleaning gel degreaser, removal of baked on grease.
When
you see this number here, you know, you might be able to find it with that number 6129.
Yeah, they might have to take a screenshot once they rewatch the video. Was it amazing or what?
Yeah, I've never seen a product
maybe somebody
clean like that.
I don't think anybody knows, but we got a lot of comments. Gee, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through these. Okay, so M says Colton is new, never seen him before. Yep, he's new.
Well, new in a sense, maybe 5 months now. He's already gotten a raise, so he's got a
Yeah.
raise coming up in January.
He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's looking to buy a home at some point, so he's young, so
Yeah.
he's trainable.
Absolutely.
You know.
Couldn't agree more. Mike Jones says, thanks for the reminder. And wait, thanks for remembering and answering again, fellas. Absolutely, Mike. That's what we're here for, man.
Oh yeah, I do read the comments, and then sometimes, guys, to be honest with you, I'll be reading the comments, and I get hundreds a day with this channel here on YouTube. But when I have one of my VIP students call, it bounces me out of the YouTube app. Then I'm on the phone with them an hour or so, and then something else comes up, and then I forget where I left off on the comments. But most of y'all got my phone number, so if y'all want to leave a comment, that's great. That helps us out here on YouTube. But also, text me too, and I'll do my best to get back with you. But obviously, my VIP students get priority because they paid us money for that, and the old saying, money talks, and the rest walks.
Yeah.
No, not necessarily. I try to help as many people out as I can, whether they are in our course or not. But because I was that guy before Jacob. Well, let me say Apex. I don't want you to go through what I've been going through. Everybody know my name and phone number.
No, my secret identity.
Yeah, Apex. I was that guy out there working before, trying to make money to survive, and didn't know what the hell I was doing. And now I was 19 years old. There was no YouTube. There was no Google. There was no books on this. There was no all these YouTube channels. There was no online courses. I was the dude that went and got back in my truck after getting yelled at from a customer and put my head on the steering wheel and had to wipe my eyes out, if you know what I mean.
Oh, man.
I was that guy. I was that guy that went home second guessing myself over and over again until it took me about 5 or 6 years to kind of get a grasp of chemicals and marketing and pricing. And what really hurts when you go out there and price a job too damn cheap.
Yeah.
And because you want the job, and then once you get halfway through it, you wish you wouldn't have got it.
Man.
Because now the job is not only not paying you, but it's taking money off your table, literally. Like you got $400 in a bank, and you're supposed to be making $400 for pressure washing, but now the pressure washing job's done ate up every dime that you're going to get paid for, plus some of the $400 you had in the bank.
Oh, man, I couldn't imagine having
having
margins so tight that if you pop a hose, you lose your lunch.
Yeah, you lose your lunch. It's like taking a carton of eggs and throwing 3 or 4 of them out on the ground, just letting them bust,
Oh, man.
I've been there. I went in the store, and I've told this before. When I first started, I went in the store, and I was hungry. Like, literally, hadn't ate all day. And I do suffer from a little hypoglycemia, where you get a little low blood sugar. And if you don't eat, you get shaky and kind of weak, feeling a little sweaty. And I went in the store, I had like $3 on me. My machine needed some fuel in it. This is when gas was like 79 cents a gallon. So I think 2 gallons of gas and a can of Vienna sausage. And I literally got water out of a cup out of the faucet outside on the side of the building. And that was my lunch. So help me God. Can of Vienna sausage all day long. And so a cup of water out their faucet. Well, now I can go in the store and buy every case of Vienna sausage the store got. Of course, I wouldn't do that because I don't like it no more. But,
Yeah.
But I was that guy where I couldn't feed myself. I was feeding the business, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
The business got fed before I did. And this is before I had kids, and all of that. So
Here you go, Mike. He wanted to see it one more time.
Yep. But, my point here is you can skip a lot of that. You don't have to go through all of those hardships. You can go through some on your way up, but you don't have to go through every one of them. There's shortcuts to be taken, and that's what we're here for. And the other guys out here in the YouTube world, I was asked the other day some of my favorite pressure washing YouTubers, and and some of them are my competitors, obviously. We're all kind of competing for the same viewer, but I really like Cody's Southeast Soft Wash. There's a guy, Lawrence, out I think Newport News, Virginia, somewhere out that way. I don't see much of him anymore, but he was very helpful to a lot of people. And you kind of get their information. With us being experts in industry, we can watch another person talk about pressure washing and immediately know if they just blowing smoke or if they really know what they're talking about. And those are two good guys I know that were been very instrumental to helping a lot of people out. And Apex is another one. Apex has put out some great content out there that would really help you out, whether you're in your first year or if you're in your 10th year. Apex knows some industry secrets, so that's why I say go check out Apex's video. Another one's my friend Dirt Blasters, Jason out there in northern Louisiana. He's got some great content. He doesn't have a huge YouTube following, but go watch his stuff. He's spot on. He's another guy that's taking our training and making big money now. So take that shortcut if you can, guys. I'm all about blazing the trail for sure, but if there's an easier way, and the wheel's already been invented on a lot of this stuff. I've had people have suggestions and about different chemicals, different surface cleaners and all that. And I don't want to be rude, but a lot of that's been figured out already. We don't have to go through trial and error on some of this stuff. So take that with a grain of salt, but that's my opinion. That's my rant for tonight. Colton here is surface cleaning. I tell them keep that trigger pulled, keep moving, because the more water comes out them nozzles, the faster I get home tonight. Keep it moving. Here, you want to look at this for a second?
Yeah.
I think somebody mentioned you in here. Somebody mentioned Apex.
So Mike Jones says, I'll message you the ingredients for that specific chemical so y'all can make your own or buy it in bulk.
Oh my God.
He
Really?
says, yeah. He says, can I see it one more time? Okay, yeah. So I showed him one more time. George Yost says, I'm so broke this year I can't buy a candy bar. I'm living paycheck to paycheck.
Oh yeah, I gotta tell you that's a hard way to go. But know that there's that ladder you climbing to the top. There is a few steps, but you don't have to take every rung. Myself, when I first started, I'd climb up about halfway to the ladder, then fall back down that ladder of success, then back up, then back down. Just learning the industry. But
yeah. So John Comer, no, we are not using hot water. It's just a little chilly out here, and all that condensation, that humidity coming out of that surface cleaner bell does look a little bit like steam.
yeah, it does.
So-
It's a little water mist, maybe.
Conrad Diaz says, which service would you recommend to somebody new in the industry, pressure washing versus parking lot striping? To start out.
Well, honestly, with parking lot striping, you start for under $100. We can walk back this way a little bit. Yeah, parking lot striping, you can get that started with $100 plus your training. Pressure washing, you got to have a machine, you got to have hoses and things like that. I would say, man, honestly, do both of them. What would you think, Jacob?
I would say do both. So,
Because you can go make $700 or $800 by yourself striping a parking lot with no machine.
yeah. So to get your first job, very first started out, you're gonna start out small. Get a small job that you can manage. Get your materials and tools and stuff together. Get that knocked out, and then when you're not doing one, you can be marketing, hunting down some leads, getting your next job lined up. Now, you talk about the barrier to entry cost. Now, what I've heard of people doing with pressure washing is, you get a few jobs lined up, and then if you don't have a pressure washer or surface cleaner, what some people have done is go out and rented equipment for that day. And let's say you got 3 or 4 driveways to do in one day.
Knock them all out.
You can knock them out with that rented equipment, and that's minimal overhead for you. And now you've got some money to work with. You can expand on your advertising. You can purchase a piece of equipment so you don't have to rent it next time. I mean, you do start to create options when you create profit in your company.
And look, you can start with a car. If you don't have a truck, that's unfortunate, but you can start with a car, a hatchback. I mean, you can tow with a little trailer with a car. Yeah, I did it before. Man, I would be embarrassed if y'all seen some of my first setup stuff. I had a bed of a truck that someone made a trailer out of, and I painted it up,
Oh my
sanded
God,
it
I've seen
down.
those.
I got pictures of it in my picture album, but Polaroid pictures. Oh my God, we stenciled my name on a tailgate with some letters we bought like at a hobby store. It was awful, but you know what? I was working, so looking back on it, it's a little embarrassing. But back then, I didn't know any different. I wasn't embarrassed about it. I was big dogging it down through town, pulling that makeshift trailer.
Mike Jones says that's an incredible come up story. So Mike Jones, he says it's a non-butyl chemical from what I get from a quick Google search. I'll call my chemical guy in the morning. I have time. I have the what you need in a couple of days.
Oh, I appreciate that, Mike. That could be a game changer for cleaning dumpster pads. Now, y'all have heard me say this before, but dumpster pads don't have to come out perfect, but man, I just really would like for them to be better. But yeah, this chemical worked like magic, and y'all can try it, man. It's now that's on restaurant grease. I don't know what it would do on automotive grease. It's two different animals there. But we even diluted some in a bucket, like 32 ounces of that stuff with like 3 gallons of water, and it still worked. So if we can figure out how to make it, I'm sure you can downstream it or X-jet it or apply it with a pump-up sprayer.
Right. If you make it efficiently enough,
Oh my
you can
God.
use it at such a strong strength that it'll be like how we did that test spot in it.
I know that light, guys, been in the background blinding y'all. I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to walk down here and shoot back at another angle. This may help a little better. Oh, yeah, it's a much better view. So what we got going on? A light on the surface cleaner here.
So that's my Milwaukee floodlight, and what that does is illuminates the path ahead of the surface cleaner, basically to where he doesn't have to wear a headlight the whole night because headlight batteries don't last the whole night typically.
How long will this last?
On that battery, the whole shift at least.
Dang, okay.
It's got 4 bars of power. It's probably going to use up 1 bar tonight, maybe 2.
Man, y'all ain't gonna believe this. Apex gave me that for Christmas a couple years ago and then took it back. I swear to God, he did. He took it back. He said, "Hey, I gotta borrow this tonight for some striping." I was like, "All right, go ahead and take it." My Christmas present. And look, here it is. Where's your? I didn't tell y'all he got a new truck over there. Where's it at? Oh, okay, I see it. He got a brand new truck. It had like 30 miles on it when he got it a couple days ago. That's your second new truck in this year, right?
Yep.
Is it really?
It is.
Dang, man, you must be making some money. Where's your wallet at? The wallet's in the clubhouse? All right, I'm going to get it. Second new truck this year. Oh, you getting lit up in the comments. You got 2 new trucks this year.
Let's see. Mike Jones, he says they sell 6 of the bottles for $150. I know I can get a better deal, and the ingredients also, no worries. It's Mike Jones says it's 6L bottles for $150.
I know it's kind of pricey to be in spray bottles.
Yeah.
Well, we might can figure out what they're using.
I've seen gallon jugs of the stuff go for about the same, honestly. Like,
Yeah, well, 6 of those
high.
would probably be a gallon, 6 spray bottle. The spray bottle is not doable for us, what we want to do with it.
Yeah. Man, this
How
is
many-
some dirty
How many people we got in here? Where you see that at?
At the top, we got 14.
14 people.
Yep.
Can I like my own video? Log on and like. Log on and like it real quick, Mar. Come on, man. Give me a like. Apex gonna log on. What's your password? Apex is giving me the thumbs down, probably, y'all. Is that us right there?
Yep. No,
Oh,
look
my
at that
God.
delay.
There's a little delay in it. And we get high tech over here, baby. Apex gave me a thumbs down, y'all.
Look, I'm gonna give you 100. Yeah, that's a like.
I know he'd be thumbs down in my videos.
I don't even see an option to do that. Let me see if I can.
Probably not. I
Oh,
don't.
okay, there it is. There's like and dislike. I'm gonna like it. There you go. There's a
Oh, you
like.
probably hit that thumbs down when I'm not looking.
Let me see. It's like Inception. If you look at that, you can see the phone in the phone in the phone in the phone,
It's
like a mirror.
infinity. Speaking of infinity and all that, yeah. Y'all seen any drones lately?
Oh man.
Oh,
Kill,
what's
kill,
up?
kill.
What's up with them drones, man? I'm looking around now. If I see one, I'm running. I don't know what all that's about, y'all.
Okay, so he found the gallon jugs too. 4L is a gallon, so 6L for 150. That means that the gallon is less than that.
Yeah. Oh, you can read the comments from over there. Huh?
Yeah. Now that I'm tuned in, I can get them all down. John Comer says, 5th year and the worst so far. Too many yard signs for house washing. Unreal in Kansas City.
Kansas City, Kansas, huh?
Yeah.
5th year. Sometimes you'll hit a lull between that 3rd and that 5th year. I would say just double down on your marketing. If yard signs is too many for you in your area, I actually teach a way around that. I'm not gonna let the big secret out right here because my competitors start doing it in my area. But yeah, I can take those same yard signs and put them in areas where other people's not putting them, and you get better results. In addition, your yard sign design is vital, very, very important. You can make a couple mistakes on a yard sign and get very little calls from it versus doing the right things with it, get more calls than what you want. But yard signs, actually you can get a littering ticket for yard signs, and we teach you how to get around that too as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I love yard signs.
Yeah.
But email marketing has been my thing here the last couple of years as well. Doing the yard signs, email marketing. Guys, sometimes you got to touch a customer 3 or 4 times before they pick up the phone and call you. And that being said, you need to let them know they can call, text, or email you because, not everybody wants to pick up the phone and talk these days. And, I'm a bit old-fashioned. I'd rather talk on the phone. But some people want to send a text message or an email, especially commercial clients. They send you an email and stuff like that. So email marketing is really, really important for every business. You got to take a multiple prong approach. You're doing yard signs, you're doing email marketing, you're on Facebook, you're on Google My Business. You're handing out 100 business cards a week, which is daunting. But if you do those things, you'll be turning down work. I promise you. But it's the hardest part about it is being consistent with it. Most of us out here get super busy. Like we're gonna be working all night tomorrow. I don't feel like getting up early and sending out emails, but I will. Because I know the following weeks, if you don't do that, work slows down. So even when you're busy, keep the pedal down and keep up your marketing.
Yeah, and John Comer says, yep, he calls from the city all the time. But he said, but I did buy your yard sign placement course. So
Oh, good deal. Yep.
Mike Jones says, from what I can find on Google, they only sell the gallon jugs. I'm looking for the powder to mix a 55-gallon batch or 55-gallon jug.
Oh, that would be amazing.
So
Wouldn't it? 55 gallon.
EcoChem, they'll have something for sure. John Comer says, just too many people with a Lowe's or Home Depot machine trying to make money. Oh man, he's getting flushed out by the $99 guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be, but, they're not going to be around long. But what you could do is go after some jobs they can't handle. And, they probably don't have any type of insurance, no type of referrals, no ratings on their business. But a lot of customers are not looking for the cheapest price. And I read this book about the 59-cent hamburger. And the way the theory goes is if you go up to a fast food joint and every hamburger on the menu is $5 and $6, $7, maybe $4 for a small burger. But you find this Wonder Burger for 59 cents. What you see?
Well, he's got to come back
Oh,
to all
yeah.
the
So
way
you
here.
find this mystery burger for 59 cents. Are you going to eat it? And usually, 99% of the people is not going to try it. So that same goes with contractors. If you the cheap contractor, there will be some people that hire you, but most of the people is going to take a pass on you because you're too low. They feel like something's missing there. So you want to be in a sweet spot when estimating. And sometimes that takes some time to get that down. I actually mentor my students. I helped a student out today bid out a job where he was thinking of like 4,900. This was a striping job. After I looked at the blueprints and stuff, I come up with 10,600. So he was going to be half the price, less than half the price he should be. Worked with him this morning, $10,600, and then within 15, 20 minutes of him sending out the email, he got the approval on it. So it's real important if you struggling with your prices to work with somebody out here in the industry that knows what they're doing and make sure you're not too cheap. Obviously, you don't want to be too much because you're not going to win any. But being too cheap will definitely cost you as well.
And George Yost says, for me, I owe Google $600, so it will take me a bit to get it up to paid. So I will need to rely on my yard signs at first.
So you're probably referring to that Google paid ads. Well, from my experience, guys, the Google paid ads will work if you have someone that knows what they're doing running it for you. And one of the reasons why is unfortunately you will run a Google paid ad and your competitors will click out your ad spend. So another pressure washing company in your area sees your ad pop up on Google. That's their thing. They get up every morning, search on pressure washing for Google in that area. Your little ad pops up. They click on it. $6. Get their kid's phone. Click on it again. Get the sister to click on it. Now all of a sudden you don't spend out your $50 all on bogus clicks. So you really need someone running it for you because there's ways where they can block duplicate IP addresses for clicking on it. And I'm no expert at it, so but that's the gist of the situation. If you have a Google listing and you're paying for it and you're not getting results, you probably need to pause it until you get someone to look at that and help you run it. Now that costs money for an expert to do it. But if you could swing that for a couple, 2 or 3 weeks where you can pay the expert to do it and run those Google paid ads, you should see a massive increased uptick in your work, along with you doing email marketing, along with you doing your signage, along with you handing out 100 business cards a week, along with you walking into businesses, introducing yourself. So it's daunting at first, but the payoff is incredible once you get it figured out. And of course, we're here to help in any way we can as well. Well, Apex, my phone's giving me a low battery warning here.
Oh, okay.
So we got a couple more comments before we let these guys.
Yeah, Mike Jones says, well, first, John Comer says, you're right, I have stuck to building washing. And Mike Jones says, have y'all used HD Britanol, HD Degreaser, Hot Stain Remover, One Restore, or Clean Sol BC from EcoChem?
So I have used One Restore a lot, and it works good, but not great. But it does get the job done. I would like to find something that had a little bit better results on restaurant grease, dumpster pads, that sort of thing. But the One Restore has been pretty decent for us.
Mike, I have to agree with you. EcoChem has the best chems on the market, hands down. Yeah, absolutely agree with that, man. From what we've used and seen, at least from my experience, that's 100% good.
Well, guys, before this phone goes dead and hangs up in y'all's face, I want to again tell y'all how grateful I am of y'all watching our videos throughout 2024 and moving forward. We appreciate every one of y'all's likes, When y'all subscribe, I see it every day. I look at it, I read the comments. And from the bottom of my heart, I definitely appreciate all of that. And my dream and goal is to grow my YouTube channel to help others just like I needed help. And I hope and pray that's the results we're getting. And again, to everyone that supported our training page on BillyDavidsonVIP.com, and forever grateful for that as well. It has allowed me to take some of that revenue and step back from being in the field every day to help and mentor guys just starting out in the business, guys with children at home. There's so many stories I can tell you where your husband and wife, the wife's working, the husband gets laid off for whatever reason. They got a kid in daycare and a kid in kindergarten, and the husband is just at his wit's end. And he grabs a pressure washer with the right mentorship, and now he has 6 employees, 7 employees. The wife gets to leave her full-time job, stay up home with the babies and the pets, and the man is out there running this business, and she's helping him as well in the office. It's dozens and dozens of stories very similar to that. Father and son teams, husband and wife teams. It's been amazing. So if we don't talk to y'all before Christmas and New Year's, Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas. We love y'all, and we hope y'all have a good night.